Hi everyone, in our today's class we discuss about settlement, rural and urban, lesson 1.5, page number 38 to 47. Rural settlement. A settlement is defined as a place in which people live and where they can carry out a variety of activities such as residence, trade, agriculture and manufacturing. Most rural settlements are hamlets and villages, although not all are. The study of rural settlements includes pattern, form or shape, site and situation, function and hierarchy, and chain. Pattern. A dispersed settlement pattern is one in which individual houses and farms are widely scattered throughout the countryside. It occurs when farms or houses are set among their field or spread out along roads rather than concentrated on one point. They are common in sparsely populated areas such as the Australian outback and the Sahel region of Africa, and in recent settled areas such as after the creation of the Dutch polders, the enclosure of large areas of common grazing land into smaller fields separated by hedges led to a dispersed settlement pattern. Nucleated settlements are those in which houses and other buildings are tightly clustered around a central feature, such as a church, village, green, or crossroad. Picture number 1.58 and 1.59. Very few houses are found in the surrounding fields, such as nucleated settlements are usually termed hamlets or villages according to their size or according to their functions. A number of factors favor nucleation. Joint and cooperative working of the land. People live in nearby settlements. Defense, for example, hilltop location sites within a meander or within walled cities such as Jericho. Shortage of water causing people to locate in areas close to springs. Swampy conditions, which force settlements to locate on dry ground, near important junctions and crossroads, as these favor trades and communication. Thank you. Hi, in our today's class we discuss about village form. Village form refers to shape, figure 1.60. In a linear settlement, houses are spread out along a road or a river. This suggests the importance of trade and transport during the growth of the village. Linear villages are also found where poor drainage prohibits growth in a certain direction. In the rainforest of Sarawak, Malaysia, many of the long houses are generally spread alongside rivers. You can see in picture 1.61. A cruciform settlement pattern occurs at the intersection of roads and usually consists of lines of buildings radiating out from the crossroad. Factors affecting the site growth and functions of settlement. There are many factors that can influence where settlement locate within a region. The site of a settlement is the actual land that the settlements are built upon. The situation is the location of settlement in relation to the things that are around it. Let's talk about physical factors that influence the location of a settlement include number 1, water supply. Settlements need water. They often locate on wet point sites for this. Settlements built away from rivers and water supplies to avoid flooding are located at dry point sites. Number 2, defense. Building on high ground allowed people the chance to look out for enemies. Examples: Edinburgh Castle, while surrounding a settlement with water, also helped with deep defense. Durham is built inside a meander. Number 3. Aspect and shelter. In the northern hemisphere, south facing slopes receive more sunlight and are protected from cold northerly winds. More settlements and agricultural land is therefore located on south facing slopes. Let's talk about the economic factor include communication. Settlements often next to rivers that could be easily crossed. These are called bridging points. Other favorable places include where at the junctions of valleys or in gaps through hills. These locations allowed maximum communication between different settlements and increased trade. Resources. Earlier, settlers relied upon wood for fuel and building. A site close to woodland was therefore an advantage. Later, resources such as iron ore and coal and bauxite encouraged the growth of settlement. A dry point site is an elevated site in an area of otherwise poor natural drainage. It includes small hills and islands. A wet point site is a site with a reliable supply of water from spring or wells in an otherwise dry area. Spring-line settlements occur when there is a line of sight where water is available. Settlement hierarchy. A settlement hierarchy is a way of arranging settlements into a hierarchy or in order based upon their population or some other criteria. Number 1. Megalopolis. Conurbation. City, town, village, hamlet, isolated home or dwelling. Megalopolis. A group of conurbations consisting of more than 10 million people each. Conurbation. A group of large cities and their suburbs consisting of 3 to 10 million people. City. A city would have abundant services but not as many as a large city. The population of a city is between 100,000 till up to 300,000 people. Town. A town has a population of 1,000 to 20,000 people. Village. A village is a human settlement or community that is larger than a hamlet but smaller than a town. A village generally does not have many services, most likely a church or only a small shop or post office. The population of a village varies. The average population can range from hundreds to thousands. Hamlet. A hamlet has a tiny population, less than 100, and very few, if any, services, with only a few buildings. Isolated dwelling. An isolated dwelling would only have 1 to 5 buildings or families. It would have negligible services, if any. Thank you so much.